This is still super fresh, but I just wanted to get some outside perspective. My side of the family had plans to get together in December 22nd. My daughter was turning 1 on December 24th, so I had sent invites in November 19th. Her birthday party was going to be the 24th, 3 to 7 p.m., inviting my parents, my sister and her BF, my husband's parents, my BIL and SIL, and niece. My sister responded they won't be able to come because her BFS side of the family has an event. I was bummed and even asked if she could show up to just say hi so they could see her. She said she couldn't. My husband found out on December 1st that he had to work the night of December 22nd. I share the news the same day, December 1st, with my family that he will have to leave early from the celebrations to go to work for 7 p.m. that night. They acknowledge this and leave the date as is. Fast forward to the December 18th. My oldest falls sick, and I share with my parents, sister, and her BF, I don't think we'll be able to make it to Christmas. My parents continue to leave the celebration on the 22nd as they have made a lot of food. Well, the virus my son had was passed on to my daughter, my husband, and I. So we had to miss my side of the family Christmas. We were sad but didn't want to get anyone sick. They say we can get together to have the kids open their presents on January 4th. I also shared with husband's family and my family that we have to cancel my daughter's first birthday party and rescheduled it to be December 29th. While chatting with my sister on December 24th, she tells me that her and her BF haven't left for their party, and it was 8 p.m. I thought to myself, oh, so you could have come to my little girl's birthday party, but just didn't want to that hurt. Now, the rescheduled first birthday party on December 29th was sweet. Everyone showed up except my sister's BF. He's been dating my sister for 12 years BTW. Everyone asked why he wasn't there. My sister said it's because he had a meeting on a Sunday. Lots of people were stunned by working in a Sunday. We were like, okay, fine, you're working. Deck 31/Jan. First I get a message saying how sick my sister and my mom are, my dad as well a bit later. I hear it's horrible from them. I ask how everyone is feeling. On January 2nd, I say I'm assuming this will be rescheduled. The response I get is my sister says her and her BF can't afford to get sick as he's traveling on the Sunday. I suggest we reschedule to have everyone together. My mom says, no, we're having it January 4th. My dad chimes in suggesting that my sister and her boyfriend FaceTime when the kids are opening their presents. I repeatedly say, let's do another weekend when you're feeling better. I was told no, my parents are too busy other weekends in January. The response I received to me suggesting another time was, it's been in our shared calendar since we had to reschedule Christmas. I finally give in and say, see you January 4th. So January 4th, we show up at 4 p.m. My son was having a meltdown about leaving, an hour after it says in the calendar. We show up and obviously I'm mentally exhausted and just want to squeeze in this video chat with my sister and her BF. We get them on a call and turns out the BF had to go to a haircut at 4:15 and wasn't there to watch the kids. My parents say, oh, that's okay. The BF has to travel for work tomorrow. At this point, my husband is frustrated and raised his voice saying what was the point of this phone call? His job is no more important than anyone else's, like we all wanted to be together. I am just beyond hurt. I say, what? Why isn't he here? Like, this is why I wanted to change the date, so we can all be together. We say thank you for the gifts, and we figure out what to order for dinner, which my dad proceeds to leave to place the order at the takeout place, leaving for 50 minutes. We eat and leave. I say again thank you and send a text. A few days ago, my dad shows up and wants to talk about Christmas. My mom refused to participate in the conversation, my dad citing she would be too emotional. We have a conversation about everything. I apologize for my reaction and say all we wanted was for everyone to participate and not force my parents to host when they were not feeling well. My husband also apologized and said, I wish my mom would be here to have this conversation. I then say to my dad, I'll talk to mom tomorrow, and my sister a separate time. Yesterday, I show up at my parents' house, and my sister is there. I then start to broach the subject as to why my mom didn't want to participate in the conversation the other day with my husband and I. I proceed to say I'm sorry for my reaction. I just wanted us all to be together at another time when everyone is feeling better, and reiterated what I said to my dad to her. I apologized on my husband's behalf as well. This launched into a lot of yelling from my mom and sister towards me. My mom stated that how dare I let my husband yell at her, and that I should show up and be super happy at family events regardless of what is happening. She refused to acknowledge my suggestion of changing the date and said she would have not changed the date of Christmas because she didn't want to leave the Christmas decor up any longer. My sister then chimes in and says that we don't think my husband wants to be a part of the family and that we have such an attitude. My mom stated we don't want to have family gatherings with my family for a while. I will add, I regularly ask my parents to come over for dinner lots, at least once a month, and if they didn't want to see us, they could just decline. Obviously, I'm taking accountability that my reaction wasn't the best during the video, but my mom refuses to even acknowledge my perspective. What would you do in this situation?